Thank you, wonderful orchestra. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome all the ladies. So, Friday Sangan Bhagavad Gita class. So, we will be reading from Bhagavad Gita cities by His Divine Grace. Our founder Acharya and preeminent Shiksha Guru. We seek the blessings of Guru Parampara before we start our discussion. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskrityam. Narayanam Namaskrityam. Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Tado Jayam Dhiraye. Tado Jayam Dhiraye. Ashtaprayeshu abhadreshu. Ashtaprayeshu abhadreshu. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke. Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke. Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki. Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki. Mukam Karoti Vachalam. Mukam Karoti Vachalam. Vangum Langayate Girim. Vangum Langayate Girim. Yatkrivatam Aham Vande. Yatkrivatam Aham Vande. Shri Gurum Dinatarinam. Shri Gurum Dinatarinam. Ananda Madhavam. Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Bhagavad Gita Yatharubam. Chapter 5, namely Karma Yoga, is action in Krishna consciousness. Text number. Arjuna Uvacha. Arjuna Uvacha. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Punar yogam cha samsasi. Punar yogam samsasi. Yastreya edayor ekam. Yastreya edayor ekam. Tanme bruhi sunischitam. Tanme bruhi sunischitam. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Punar yogam cha samsasi. Punar yogam cha samsasi. Yastreya edayor ekam. Yastreya edayor ekam. Tanme bruhi sunischitam. Tanme bruhi sunischitam. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Punar yogam cha samsasi. Punar yogam cha samsasi. Yastreya edayor ekam. Yastreya edayor ekam. Tanme bruhi sunischitam. Tanme bruhi sunischitam.
Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Punar yogam cha samsasi.
Punar yogam cha samsasi.
Shreya etayor ekam.
Yashreya etayor ekam.
Tanme bruhi sunischitam.
Tanme bruhi sunischitam.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Punar yogam cha samsasi.
Yashreya edayor ekam.
Yashreya etayor ekam.
Tanme bruhi sunischitam.
Tanme bruhi sunischitam.
Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Vacha.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Punar yogam cha samsasi.
Yashreya etayor ekam. Arjuna Uvacha. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Punaryogam cha Yashayayatayorekam. Tanme brodi sunishchitam.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Sannyasam karmana Krishna.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Gunayogam cha sanchasi.
Punaryogam cha sanchasi.
Yachachire etriyokam.
Yashayayatayorekam.
Tame brui sunishchitam.
Two more Prabhujis.
Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Sannyasam karmana Krishna.
Sannyasam karmana Krishna.
Yogam sa samsasi.
Punaryogam cha samsasi.
Shreya yadayor ekam.
Yashayayatayorekam.
Tanme brodi sunishchitam.
Tanme brodi sunishchitam.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Punaryogam prasamsasi.
Punaryogam cha samsasi.
Shreyatayorekam.
Yashayayatayorekam.
Tanme bruhi sunishchitam.
Tanme brodi sunishchitam.
Arjuna Vacha. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Punaryogam cha samsasi. Tanme brodi sunishchitam. Arjuna Uvacha. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Punaryogam cha samsasi. Yashayayatayorekam. Tanme brodi sunishchitam. Arjuna Uvacha.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Punaryogam cha samsasi.
Punaryogam cha samsasi. Yashayayatayorekam.
Tanme bruhi sunishchitam.
Tanme brodi sunishchitam.
Arjuna
Arjuna
Vacha.
Uvacha.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Punaryogam cha samsasi.
Punaryogam cha samsasi.
Yashayayatayorekam.
Yashayayatayorekam.
Tanme bruhi sunishchitam.
Tanme brodi sunishchitam.
Last repetition from
Arjuna Uvacha.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Yogam cha samsasi.
Punaryogam cha samsasi.
Yashayayatayorekam. Tanme bruhi sunishchitam.
Brodi sunishchitam.
also request from Adhikshmi and Shivani.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Yogam cha samsasi.
Punaryogam cha samsasi. Yashayayatayorekam. Tanme brodi sunishchitam.
Do you want special entry, wildcard entry?
VIP
Two. One by one. Both.
together.
Arjuna Vacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna.
Punaryogam cha samsasi.
Punaryogam cha samsasi.
Shreya etayor ekam.
Yashayayatayorekam.
Tanme bruhi sunishchitam.
Tanme brodi sunishchitam.
Great center means Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna said.
Arjuna said.
Sannyasam.
Sannyasam.
Renunciation.
Renunciation.
Karmanam.
Karmanam.
Of all activities.
Of all activities.
Krishna.
Krishna.
O Krishna.
O Krishna.
Punaha.
Punaha.
Again.
Again.
Yogam.
Yogam.
Devotional service.
Devotional service.
Cha.
Cha.
Also.
Also.
Shamsasi.
Samsasi.
You are praising.
You are praising.
Yet.
Yet
Which.
which
Shreya
Shreya
is more beneficial.
is more beneficial.
Yatayo.
Yatayo.
Of these two.
of this truth,
ekam,
ekam,
one,
one,
tat,
tat,
that,
me,
unto,
unto me,
bruhi, please tell, sunishchitam,
sunishchitam,
definitely,
definitely,
see the meaning of word tat, H you have to add. What is that H? What you have to add? Honey? Hare Krishna. I was thinking about humility. I was one step ahead from this class. This is the benefit of association with devotees. Okay. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Sarnarinda, Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Translation. Arjuna said, O son, O Krishna, first of all you ask me to renounce work and then again you recommend work with devotion. Now will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is more beneficial? So we do the translation with repetition. Arjuna said, O Krishna,
O Krishna,
first of all you ask me
to
renounce work. And then again you recommend work with devotion. Now will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is more beneficial? So we will understand translation first. Now we read how many times? 2 times. Arjuna is asking Krishna, you are asking me to renounce all the works, then you are recommending me to work with devotion. Now Arjuna is in confusion. He is requesting Krishna, Tanme bruhi sunishchitam. Discriminate you have to tell Krishna which is more beneficial. So you have 2 options and you can accept only one. Definitely we must take the best. Better and best are with us. We must grab the best. So translation is okay for all?
Yes.
Fully understood? Word by word, sentence by sentence, principle by principle. Purport. In this 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that work in devotional service is better than any dry mental speculation. Devotional service is easier than the latter because being transcendental in nature, it frees one from reaction. In the 2nd chapter, preliminary knowledge of the soul and its entanglement in the material body were explained. How to get out of this material engagement by Buddhi Yoga or devotional service was also explained therein. In the 3rd chapter, it was explained that a person who is situated on the platform of knowledge no longer has any duty to perform. And in the 4th chapter, the Lord told Arjuna that all kinds of sacrificial work culminate in knowledge. However, at the end of the 4th chapter, the Lord advised Arjuna to wake up and fight, being situated in perfect knowledge. Therefore, by simultaneously stressing the importance of both work in devotion and inaction in knowledge, Krishna has perplexed Arjuna and confused his recrimination. Arjuna understands that renunciation in knowledge involves cessation of all kinds of work performed as sense activities. But if one performs work in devotional service, then how is work stopped? In other words, he thinks that sannyasa or renunciation in knowledge should be altogether free from all kinds of activity, because work and renunciation appear to him to be incompatible. He appears not to have understood that work in full knowledge is non-reactive and is therefore the same as inaction. He inquires, therefore, whether he should cease work altogether or work with full knowledge. Om Jnana-Tindralaya Jnana-Shakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kalamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaganmatam Gantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadhutam Parajanasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sagaranta Shri Vishakhantanasya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Viratpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vashavano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyavacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pacharya Desatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Now we read translation, understood translation. We read perfect. Perfect is understood? No problem. Any specific part you want the? Full part. Anybody? Okay. Sure. Class is there. So last week when I was ready to take class, I was also suggested by Sunu Kurma and then Prabhu also was there. Maybe you can take 1 and 2 together. Okay. I also thought it's only and together's mentioning it's only a question. Arjuna. But I also thought, okay, 2. I need not prepare much. I can read 2 translation purpose and second purpose is more.
Yeah,
First is also not less, almost 1/5. When I started preparing mid of the week, I thought, no, it's heavy. Okay, so we will discuss translation purpose, and then we will discuss some other topic later. If there is time, we will discuss. I have some reference from Srila Prabhu's class, as well as about Gita Mahatmyam by whom? By
Shankaracharya.
Shankaracharya, of course, it is here then. Originally, who was glorified?
Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva glorified by quoting. Yes. It is narrated in Padma Purana. By quoting whom?
Vishnu.
Yes. First 6 verses. Quoted. 7 onwards, Shiva is. Okay. That's very wonderful. There is time we will start. Some other time. So,
second verse, Prabhuji can take now.
yes.
You can.
Yeah, second. I will not be able to complete.
Yeah, you can.
Sannyasam karmanam Krishna punar yogam cha shamsasi yasreya yadayo regam tanme bruhi sunishchidam. Bruhi sunishchidam tanme. Arjuna said, oh Krishna, first of all, you asked me to renounce work, to give up all work. That is what? That is sannyasam. Karma sannyasam. And in the 18th chapter, Lord explains more about sannyasam definition. What is that? Renouncing. No, that is when it was religious activities, other religious activities, including God worship and other type of faith. Where Lord defines sannyasam as renouncing material activities. Material activities. Bodhika. Renounce work and then now you reckon me work devotion. Now will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is beneficial, more beneficial that we already covered. So, fifth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, you will see Prabhupada's shortest comment on fifth chapter. Shortest comment on fifth chapter is outwardly performing all actions. Outwardly performing all actions. So we have to perform actions. Third chapter Lord says that even to maintain the body,
One has to work.
work. No other option. We cannot. The nature of soul itself is
Active.
active. And word of brother, what is word of meaning of the word brother? Brother, woman, move. So this will have always there, will always there. Even if you don't do anything bodily or by your tongue, your mind,
Active.
consciousness will always be. So outwardly performing all actions, but inwardly renouncing their fruits. Don't even think about the fruits. Outsiders may see that, oh, this person is working very hard or very sincerely or honestly. Maybe he needs some fruits, results. No. Inwardly renouncing their fruits, the wise man. Now we have to decide how many of us are wise. Ask ourselves, do an introspection. Wise man or woman, wise person, purified by the fire of transcendental knowledge. Purified by the fire of transcendental knowledge, what he gets? Attains peace. Attains peace. That is peace formula, a section of this chapter. Peace, detachment, forbearance, spiritual wisdom, and bliss. So, this is what? The essence of fifth chapter. Fifth chapter is divided into only 3 sections as per Pratisastri manual. First 12,
Versus.
that is about the description about Nishkama Karma Yogi. And 13 to 26, vision of a Jnani. And 29, peace formula. Jnatva Mam Sandhi
Richati.
How Jnatva Mam, in what way?
Bhaktarami.
Bhaktaram Yakta Tapasam Sarvalokam Hasiram Sudhukam Sarvalokam. Means understanding Lord as the ultimate benefactor of all yajnas and tapasyas, and Suhradam
Sarva Bhutta.
knowing Lord as friend of all living beings. If you know Lord, if you understand Lord like this, then that person will be peaceful. So, first to 12, 13 to
Nishkam.
26,
Vision of His.
and 29 peace formula. Then in the manual, I found 26 and 27, 27, 28 are not addressed. So what is then 28, 27 and 28? 28, 27 and 28 says about the meditation process of Ashtanga Marga Yogi. How to sit, concentrate between your eyebrows and then your, what is called, breathe within nostrils. So that part is covered. That is not very much important for us. And Srila Prabhu says that we are always in Samadhi. Devotees are always in Samadhi. Ashtanga Marga Yogi is struggling by sitting at one place. Erect, his
Spine.
neck should be erect, and he should concentrate. And what is he struggling for? To control his senses. And doing nothing with senses. What are devotees doing? Devotees are not only controlling the senses, but engaging the senses for the best possible use of sense, that is devotional service. That's why Bhakti Yoga is the
Ultimate.
will analyze the perfect.
What is the first part?
First part is description about
Nishkama Karma.
Yogi. Then Bhakti Manual is there. Second,
Vision of His. Jnani.
You get Jnani.
Jnani.
And third is formula, that is 29, but we have to add this.
27 and 28.
Now, first we will analyze the purport, then we will know about the Mahatmya of reading or listening this chapter. In the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that work in devotional service is better than dry mental speculation. Correct? Work in devotion is better than dry mental speculation. So devotion service, Bhakti Yoga is better than Jnana Yoga. Dry mental speculation is Jnana Yoga. You know, and you add your own also by your concoction. What is that?
Muni.
Muni, yeah, they do a lot of mananam and they, yes. So that is not recommended. That is an intermediate stage. We all know about yoga ladder, no? Yoga ladder. What is first rung of the ladder, first step?
Karmakanda.
Karmakanda is there. Before that?
Animalistic there.
Animal
Animalistic life in a human body. Before that is not generally told, but we have to add that. What is that? Animal life. We have come through all the journeys. Animal life, then animalistic life.
Propensities. Animalistic.
Then comes what?
Karma Kanda.
Then, okay, Karma Kanda. Then
Karma Yoga.
Karma Yoga. Nishkama Karma Yoga.
Sakama, Nishkama.
Actually, Karma Yoga is with hanging for result. Then Sakama, Nishkama, okay. After that, lucky ones will directly enter Bhakti Yoga.
After that, Jnana Yoga. Karma Yoga after that, Jnana Yoga.
Very, very lucky ones.
The last
Like
will,
somebody very lucky, after Brahmacharya he goes to sannyasam. Like that, somebody after the Nishkama Karma Yoga may enter Bhakti Yoga. Otherwise, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Marga Yoga,
Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga.
That is clear. Devotional service is easier than the later because being transcendental in nature, it frees one from reaction. Jnani, although even there is action in inaction, inaction in action. So Jnani's mental actions also causes reaction. Although he may not do anything with his karmendriyas. But devotees, they do lot of things with their karmendriyas, but no reaction. All of them become what? Akarma. But Jnani's activities may become karma or sometimes karma. In the second chapter, preliminary knowledge of the soul and its entanglement in the material body were explained. Where it is explained? Second chapter.
2.13. 2.13.
2.13 is there. And
30.
2.2,
Dehinosmin is the
there are
first.
many things. In the second chapter, we can quote many slogas.
Many slokas.
Many slogas. But we will quote the one which is very, very
Famous.
famous.
Frequently quoted.
True nature of soul. What is that? Na jayate.
Kriyate va kadachin. Ayanam bhutva na bhavita. Ajo nityam sarvayam. Na anyavante anyamane shri.
Soul is not born. So there is neither birth nor death at any time. And soul has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. The soul is real Shashwata. Soul is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. Purana. Is not slain when the body is slain. So we can, for 4, 5, 6, I am marked. In the interest of time, we got only this now. One more we can, 9 soul cannot be destroyed. Or, we cannot deform also, or we cannot dilute also. We cannot destroy. So that we can do our homework in that. And the 213 is also there. We will not cover all those things. So we will come to the next part. Our purpose is how to get out of this material entanglement by Buddhi Yoga or devotional service was also explained there. So, Buddhi Yoga or devotional service is also explained in second chapter. So, nature of soul and why soul is in trouble now. Are we in trouble actually?
Yes.
Then only we will go forward. Otherwise, I stop here. Okay. You should not have Brahma Jitnasa. It will become a dry mental stimulation. Okay. So what is name of second chapter? Contents of
Gita.
Gita summarized or Sankhya Yoga, analytic study or Gita Vishaya Sangraham. So the entire contents of Gita is summarized in the second chapter. Fine. So which chapter is the repetition?
18.
It is the repetition. So it's for the essence. So Buddhi Yoga devotion service is the only one way for the soul to get out of this
Material
and enter
Spiritual way.
back to home or here abode of Lord Krishna. Now coming to third chapter. That is why I am thinking. So second chapter, third chapter and fourth chapter in entirety is covered in the purport. Then I thought how to go for the second verse. In the third verse, third chapter, it was explained that a person who is situated on the platform of knowledge no longer has any duties to perform. Yes. If somebody is in knowledge, he has nothing to perform. So we have to show something from third chapter for this. Sir, what will you show? I'll take the simple one about Atma Rama. Like when you withdraw your works and you don't anger for works and results, then you are happy. So what is the easiest way to be happy? Hare Krishna. That is what is called happy for. What is happy formula? Peace formula, happy formula. Chant and be happy. It's the message of Bhagavad Gita. And peace formula. Atma Mam Shanti is a formula by Bhagavad Gita. So you be happy in yourself. Just because you are a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, you have inherited all the qualities of Supreme Lord. Just imagine, just think about this for a while. So, of course, not in quantity, but in quantity we have. Lord is Vibhu, we are Anu. Lord is like mighty ocean, we are like simple drop. A drop has got all the, you take that drop to lab and analyze the contents, everything. It is as good as the entire ocean. Only thing is that the mighty ocean can give shelter to Timigala, sharks and big ships, and can generate tufan, tempest and cyclone, big waves. That cannot. So Anu, the difference will be there. So I will quote a slogan from third chapter, that is, but for one who takes pleasure in the self, 17, whose human life is one of self-realization and who is satisfied in the self only, fully satiated, for him there is no duty. Because that was the point given by Prabhu here. In third chapter it was explained that a person who is situated on the platform of knowledge no longer has any duties to
Perform.
That is why second is yoga. Yes. Yastu atmai ridir eva syad atma truptascha anna atmani evacha sandushta tasya karyam na vidyate karyam tasya. Na vidyate karyam tasya. No duties to
Perform.
So then we covered second chapter, third chapter. Now we will come to Prabhupada's comment on the fourth in this context. Again, in the fourth chapter, the Lord told Arjuna that all kinds of sacrificial work culminate in knowledge. All the sacrifices should be resulted in attaining
Knowledge.
knowledge. Otherwise, that is just a ritual. There's nothing spiritual in that. It's not like any material activity. We have the example of home. Like there were some experts, very expert in doing sacrifices, but they did not recognize for whom the sacrifice. The Veda Brahmanas of Vrindavan. But who really knew Supreme Lord? Their wives. They knew only about household activities. When Gopas were sent to get food for Krishna and Balram, Brahmanas refused. When Lord told them, approach their wives, ask the mother. Oh, Krishna is asking. They gave directly. The Brahmanas are offering through
Yajna-kunda.
This is the difference. However, at the end of the 4th chapter, the Lord advised Arjuna to wake up and fight, being situated in perfect knowledge. Told him, if you are Atma Rama, if you are happy in yourself, no need of any activities. But in 4th Lord told 2 things. All kinds of sacrificial work culminate in knowledge. Okay, so Arjuna thought, okay, knowledge is enough. Fine, I need not fight. I know, now I have knowledge now. Let us keep the bow down. Okay, no. Then what Lord says? End of the 4th chapter, the Lord advised Arjuna to wake up and fight, being situated in perfect knowledge. Be knowledgeable and do your
Duty.
So, when Arjuna wanted to
Clarify.
do renunciation, Lord told, no, at this time, at this point, if you renounce, nobody will think you is out of compassion. They will think that you are afraid of these mighty enemies. And Lord also advises what? You do your varnashrama dharma with mistakes, no problem. That is much, much better than doing others varnashrama dharma perfectly. So, we will go to 432. All these different types of sacrifices are approved by the Vedas, and all of them are born of different types of work. Knowing them as such, you will be liberated. Now, more on that. Oh, chastiser of the enemy, the sacrifice, this is 33rd verse of 4th chapter. The sacrifice performed in knowledge is better than mere sacrifice of material possessions. So many sacrifices were explained before that. We have possessions, we have knowledge, what brahmacharis do, what sannyas. After all, O son of Pita, all sacrifices of work culminate in transcendental
Knowledge.
Now, about further enlightens us saying that. Therefore, by simultaneously stressing the importance of both work in devotion and inaction in knowledge. Work in devotion, not working in knowledge. Krishna has perplexed Arjuna and confused his determination. It's a test by Lord to Arjuna. That is why Arjuna asked the question. That is 5:1. Now, Arjuna understands that renunciation in knowledge involves cessation of all work, all kinds of works performed as sense activities. Okay, Arjuna understands that renunciation in knowledge involves cessation of all kinds of work. So renunciation means what? You should not do any activities. Work as sense activities. These works, when the meaning of work or the indication is that sensual activity, that is for the sense, for the what is called happiness of own self through senses is to be abandoned. Like you hunger for tasty food, you hunger for what is called costly clothes, you like to hear some rap or whatever rock music. So this sense gratifying activities have to be
Stop.
avoided. But if one performs work in devotion service, then how is work stopped? This is the question. Suppose the same person is asked to work in devotion. You work, but as a service. Then how come the work is stopped? So and because we all know, we are more than Arjuna. We are become Agarma. Okay. Arjuna that one did not know. At least we know. I think it's probably the fifth repetition Bhagavad Gita in hall or fourth? Third. Minimum third. Minimum third. At least by the time we know. Okay. So now, in other words, he thinks that sannyasa or renunciation knowledge should be altogether free from all kinds of activities. So, actually complicated statements. The Arjuna thinks that sannyasa or renunciation with knowledge should be altogether free from all kinds of activities because work and renunciation appear to him to be incompatible. So Arjuna thought that if you do any action like work in renunciation or work in devotion or work in devotion, work in renunciation is a bit confusing one. Not working in, that is there. What is called action in action, in action, action. In that context we can understand, but for a common line or the focus reading for the first time, very difficult. So not working and working, how they are compatible. This is what Arjuna's
question.
I think Arjuna's question is that one. Work in renunciation.
He appears not to have understood that work in full knowledge is non-reactive. Arjuna till that time did not know that if one works in what?
Full knowledge.
Yes, full knowledge, then that work become non-reactive, that become akarma. If you know what I am doing, why I am doing, how I am doing, for whom I am doing, then that work is no work. So apparently appearing karma becomes
Akarma.
This was the point. So he inquires therefore whether he should cease work altogether or work with that is really a matter has merit for conclusion. Arjuna is just 11 Akshahinis friends with Drona, Bhishma, Krupa, Asatama, Duryodhana, and here 7 Akshahinis. And what is the expectation of the world? That they were thinking that now Pandava will vanquish them and there will be peace established. Then for the benefit of us, Lord made Arjuna perplexed, confused in the beginning and gave us this knowledge,
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita. And by the time we are in the first sloka of 6th chapter, it is clear that renounced work or work in devotion is better. So what is better? That is actually the Prabhu's subject next week. But still, is there any nobody want to know it? Nobody enthusiastic to know about what is? For you, I will read the translation of next verse. The Supreme Personality of Godhead replied, the renunciation of the work and work in devotion are both good for liberation. Okay. Renunciation of work is also good, work in devotion also good. But one is better, other one is best. But of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation of. That will be explained by Shriram Prabhu in the next class. So I think we gave justice to translation and purport. Anything to be clarified? This part? Translation and purport? Srila Prabhu has specifically told, read my purport scrutinizingly, analyze it, discuss it, Comments? On this?
Namaste.
No doubts? No comments? Then we have some time, 15 minutes.
Yes.
We will glorify Bhagavad Gita. What is this?
As it is.
As it is. Rajogam. Song of God. Or it is also translated advice of God.
Instructions of
Instructions of God. So, Bhagavatam, that we know that all the 12 cantos, they are compared to Lord's Murti, Lord Murti Rupa. Is Bhagavad Gita compared like that? Either analogy?
No, no.
Is there?
No, no. Only Bhagavatam only.
Eh? You are 50-50.
Bhagavatam only.
Patmaran is there.
Yeah.
There, huh?
I don't remember
It is
the
there.
exact
It is
parts.
It is there. Yeah. That's very simple to remember. So how this happened? Like we must be thankful to Mother Parvati more than anyone.
Yeah.
Her queries have given us so much of jewels. Adhyatma Ramayana by her query. Even Gita Mahatmyam by Lord Vishnu. About the entire Gita and 6 chapters in particular. 7 to 18 are by Lord Shiva. So after, so when Mother Parvati encouraged this, Lord Shiva is quoting Lord Vishnu. But after killing Mura, Lord was taking rest on Ananda. So Mother was not very happy that Lord is unhappy. She thought unhappily Lord is sleeping on a snake in an ocean. And because of him, the entire universe of all the places, both spiritual and material worlds are so opulent. So she's asking, why are you sleeping unhappily? You seems to be thinking something. So Lord answers, no. I am thinking about the potencies of my energies. How wonderfully they are managing the affairs of spiritual and material worlds. And Lord says especially about Bhagavad Gita, which is my Murti Rupam. So that first 5 chapters are Lord's 5 heads. Lord says.
5 heads.
And next 10, up to 15, are Lord's 10 hands. So how many are now? 15. 16 belly. 17 and 18.
2 feet, 2 legs.
Then Mother is requesting Lord to glorify. So Lord says that the glories of Bhagavad Gita is so much that you get the benefit of all the yajnas, all the spiritual activities, all the devotional activities are given by reading Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita completely, or 1 sloka, or half sloka, or even quarter sloka. Then Lord started explaining about Sudharshana story.
Bull.
So we will not go there. That is glorification of first chapter. We will glorify 5th chapter. We can continue.
From down.
For the
Coming from
5th chapter, we must go to a place known as Madra, kingdom of Madra. Madra, where Mother Madri is from there. Prabhu it is the Madras. There was a city, namely Kuru Utsapuram. Kuru Utsapuram. There lived a Brahmana, namely Pingala. So he was taught in all Vedas, Upanishads, and he was very knowledgeable. But as he grew up, he developed interest in singing and dancing and playing instruments. So he left all these activities. No, not Sankirtan. He did not go. No, he that rock or pop music style. Okay. Popular for Karmi song. So here the air bit fallen down, we can say. But he was such a nice singer and player of musical instruments. His glories were, spreading all over the country, and king came to know about him. So king need many experts in his court, no? So king invited him, gave him a position. Then he became more famous and he became very close to king. Then he misused his position. He was criticizing others to king in public, and he developed affairs of adultery. He started associating with the wrong woman. His wife's name is Aruna. Her backgrounds were low. So naturally, she also had affairs with many other men. When Pingala came to know about this, so naturally, he was not very happy. But she also came to know about this the same time that Pingala knew about me. So she did not wait any further. The same night itself, she chopped off his head and buried in garden. Then definitely, all doors of all hells were open to him. He had a nice tour of all the hells. Finally got purified and given with an abominable body of a vulture. Vulture, what does he eat? It eats dead body.
Caracas.
Dead body carcass. He doesn't kill any dead. So husband is no more. Aruna had more opportunities for her merrymaking. Finally, what happened? She was affected by venereal diseases, sexually transmitted diseases, STDs, tuberculosis. And in the young age itself, she suffered physically, so died. And the same path was followed by her, tour of all the health. But she got the life of a female parrot. And by the will of Providence, once this vulture and parrots happened to live in one particular geographical area, same geographical area. So this vulture immediately recognized this parrot. See, my murderer, I will not leave you. He came flying very fast and hit her very hard. So she could not fly further. She fell onto the ground. But on the ground, there was a skull collected with water. So she fell on her head, got rolled in the water and died. But at the same time, one hunter shot this vulture. Vulture also at the same place. It also got drawn in the head, got drawn, it also died. So Yamadudas immediately took both of them. Then produced in front of Yamaraja. Yamaraja told, order. Now listen. Flower aeroplane is waiting outside, go to Vaikuntha. Pingala and Aruna, what Yamaraja, what? Please check the files once. No, you are qualified. Why? This is the glory of 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and he explains that. So on the banks of Ganges, there lived a Brahmana, a perfect Brahmana, namely Vata, or what? V-A-T is spelling. He was so much educated in Vedas, Upanishads, and he was doing all the activities of Brahmana perfectly. And he used to recite 5th chapter every day. 5th chapter Bhagavad Gita every day without fail. As he grew old, he gave up his body, and onto his skull, these both words had fallen down. So Yamaraja saying that, see the capability or the purificatory power of the skull of a person who recited fifth chapter. Now you please go, don't waste time, go to Vaikunta. So happily Pingala and Aruna boarded the flight and landed safely in Rajasthan. There was no Iran, America. Fight was not there. It was in time. Okay. This is about the glories of fifth chapter. Okay. So I request who are taking the first chapter. I mean not first chapter, first log of the chapter to say the glorification. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just think that's a good practice, as we all know about the glorification. So about the glories, about the first to 6 chapters were directly told by Supreme Lord Vishnu to Mother Lakshmi, quoted by Lord Shiva to Mother Parvati, 7th onwards by Lord Shiva himself to Mother Parvati. So we have time? No. Can I go?
Anything is there, bro?
Yeah. Questions are welcome.
Yeah.
Comments are welcome. And or we listen to robots. 2 minutes we will listen to Prabhupada quotes. No doubts? Okay, then I will ask doubts. What is the glory of hearing 6th chapter?
You go to
Vaikunta Prapti. Vaikunta Prapti. Pingala. When we hear the word Pingala, listening something, remember something else also?
Bhagavatam.
That is Pingala. Akarandam. This is Akarandam. Pingala and Pingala. Like Krishna and Krishna. In fact, Prabhupada's glorification is so much on this. So we will not have in that. I will share that in the group.
First of all, you asked me to renounce one. And then again you recommend work with devotion. Now, will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is more beneficial? Renouncement does not mean hardness. Renouncement is only the negative side. When our spiritual master was physically present, whether renounced order sannyas is nice or householder life is nice. So, you must be back. That we are going to enter into the household of Krishna.
So when Srila Bhakti Maharaj was asked, renounced order of life is better or Grihastha life is better? Prabhu's Guru Maharaj said that we are going to enter the household of Krishna. So that Grihastha life is better. To prepare yourself for life, best. To prepare yourself for that, if you don't want to become Grihastha in material world, don't become Grihastha. If you want to become, the option is there. But final aim should be to enter the household of Krishna. So may all the Vaishnavas, Acharyas and Supreme Lord bless all of us and all connected to us. Actually, we should not be so much of selfish. All the living beings of all the material universes to enter spiritual world at the earliest. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
thank you so much for the patient listening and tolerating me for past 1 minute.
Hare
गुरु महाराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, हरिदास श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, भगवद गीता महात्म्य की जय, पंचा अध्याय की जय.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu. So in this connection, I just heard one lecture from Maharaj. His grace, His Holiness Chandramoli Swami Maharaj. He said in material world there is nothing to enjoy, so you can renounce. But in spiritual world there is nothing to renounce. Everything is for enjoyment. So that's what Vasudeva Maharaj said. No, you are entering the household. So here there is nothing to enjoy. In spiritual world there is nothing to renounce. Everything is there for enjoyment. So he said it was very interesting to hear. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to thank Prabhuji for his wonderful efforts in enlightening today's chapter, beginning with 5th chapter. I will express our heartfelt gratitude to Prabhu for putting his efforts in giving so many references and also sharing the Gita Mahatmya. Let us take the shelter of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.